into another episode of Bigman Tire Shop. Today, yes, we are getting back on the 49 because we have a big event I want to take it to. It's not a big event, but it's an event. It's a color meet slash point out contest at my local dealership that I work at. And it's a Ford dealership and at the Ford truck. So, I want to get it there. So yes, I probably should be underneath it, wiring it, running battery cable. Gonna run it, right? Nah. No, I happen to climb some parts over the winter for it, but we did get some seat covers for it. And so today, we're gonna get these things fogged down and see if we can get some seat covers on it. Maybe, we'll see. So anyway, hang tight. We'll see what happens here. So first up, you can see on the floor, I've been working on trying to get all the old upholstery stuff off, all the old hog rings. You get all the loose stuff off and get it cleaned up a little bit. So we're gonna paint it, obviously. I'm not gonna put a new seat cover on it, with it being all rusty and nasty. Yeah, coach, I know. You're never gonna see it again, but I will know it's there. So it's like, yeah, put some new hog rings on, I think, because there's some that are kind of questionable. But you know, it's a 1949 truck, and I was sitting here digging around on this. My grandfather was the one that owned the truck, right? Well, he was big time into mechanic life because he was a farmer. He was a farmer back in the 40s and 50s and 60s, you know, and so you got whatever you had, right? Because, you know, they didn't have a lot of money back then, if any, because he would farm during warmer months, right? Because you grow potatoes and stuff. And, you know, they don't have the technology like they do today, right? And that's what this truck was used for, was to be out in the field picking out potato sacks. And they would go along and they would hand pick the potatoes and they would bag them up and put them on and whatever. How was the old time ways? Well, the reason why I'm pretty sure my grandpa had his hand in on his seat could have been finding a bunch of mechanic wire on it from holding like the material on it. So either he reupholstered it, and of course, you know, he probably didn't have hog rings, so he used mechanic wire. Because when I tore this truck apart, I found mechanic wire holding the throttle. Yeah, you heard that right. He had mechanic wire holding the throttle. Doesn't surprise me. That was my grandpa. But he was a farmer and, you know, he could fix, my grandfather could fix anything with mechanic wire. And then they invented duct tape and then that became a thing. And duct tape was a thing. And so, anyway, that's just me rambling. A little family history that you guys can enjoy, I guess. I hope you guys can hear me all right. I haven't invested into mics yet. And yes, I know I need to invest into mics. I just haven't found any that really, like, ooh, I gotta have them, right? And I don't wanna spend a bunch of money on it, right? Okay, you know, I'm just getting started with this whole YouTube thing. And so, I am planning on, that is one thing on my list that I need to get done in. See, this is like original stuff. I don't know if this was to hold the material on. When we got the truck, I had in my mind that we were going to restore it, and we were going to start it, we were going to drive it, blah, blah, blah. And I was in my early 20s. Yeah, I was in my early 20s when we got the truck. When it came to our place, and it got given to my dad. I was in my early 20s. That was a fiasco getting it over here. I know that was. Cause it had no brakes. So we had one guy pulling it. I think my dad was pulling it. Who was that? Oh, I think my cousin Mike was. You probably went right to the middle, didn't I? Yes, I did. Just a little soft right there. Well, my cousin, I believe it was my cousin Mike that was driving the truck. And then my Uncle Joe, he was in the back of it with his truck, acting like brakes. Yeah, there's a little rust over right there. We're gonna cover that up and pretend that we didn't see that. Yeah, we didn't see that. We all covered up with material anyway, so we want to get all the junk off of it. And like, you'll never see this ever again, but I don't know what's there. I'm trying to give it one piece. But yeah, anyway, so I had it in my mind that we were gonna pick this truck up, get it running, get it driving, blah, blah, blah. I pulled the seat out of it, I pulled the tank out of it, I cleaned the tank out so we could get the original flathead running. And it never happened. And so I never put the seat back in it. And never put the tank back. Well, I think I threw the tank, there's no soft spot right there. I think I threw the tank in the cab, but I don't think I actually put it in. Or maybe I did, I don't remember. It was so long ago. Anyways, I know the seat was sitting outside this whole time. And I don't remember now if it actually had upholstery on it. I don't think it did. I think it was like how you see it right here. I think it might have had some upholstery on it, because if I can remember right, the more I'm thinking about it sitting here, it had maroon, just flat vinyl on it. Yeah, that's right. Okay. It did have a little bit of upholstery left on it. Not much, but it did have a little bit left on it. And it was maroon vinyl, and it was, of course, it was shot because it sat in the field for 20 freaking years. Probably more than that, 30 years. I don't know how long it sat in the field before it came over here. It sat in my field for, let's see, at least 15 years before I started doing anything with it, right? But anyway, I couldn't find the original style upholstery. I found something similar. It was red, of course, not the interior. I did call some upholstery shops or whatever, and I'm sorry, but I am not paying no prices to upholster that. Their prices were just out of this world. I was like, are you kidding me? I can buy a whole new seat for what you want to put a upholster this old one. Yeah, it was just nuts. So I finally found some seat covers, and they're for like the half-ton model, but they used the same shit back then, all the way up from the half-ton model, quarter-ton models. I think they had quarter-ton models back then. But anyway, from like the F1 all the way up to the F6. Same down cab, same front end. The only difference is, I think the fenders are different, because of the bigger tires or whatever. I think that's pretty much the only thing that's different. Is I think the fenders are cut out more for the bigger tires, for the 2.5 ton, which I have. If you guys are any kind of roadkill fan, you'll know about 7 Bob. Well, I don't want to recreate 7 Bob, but it has the exact same patina as 7 Bob, and it's the same truck as 7 Bob. I think those are 50, mine's a 49. Those might be a 50. I can't remember. But probably just put an episode up on 7 Bob not too long ago. So you go and check out his channel and watch it on 7 Bob. I hope you guys can see me. Can you see me? Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys could see me. If you were sitting here in the background just talking and you guys can't even see me. Well, anyways, these seats sitting out in the field outside all these years, they got pretty sunbaked. There's hardly anything left material laid on them. I don't think there was anything really left on them when I went out the field. That'll just blow that out of your hose. I'm gonna have to get the hog range out and pick some of these spoons up before we tune it. But the crazy part is, this is what blew me up. Even in 1949, they had freaking sliders. I think that's crazy. I'm like, what? They don't really slide anymore, I don't think. I'll take those apart and see if we can get them to slide again. That'd be cool. Maybe, I don't know. I only got that like that. Right there, but holy shit. Still, wow, that's all the way forward. They're down, it still works. That's crazy. This probably works anyway. I have to find a new spoon for it, but that's crazy. It still works. I may have to Take these off so we can hang them. I think they're like galvanized. Glue them up and get them working again. All the way up. Yeah, I think we'll take these off. Just a little bit of silver here to socket. Give it just a little bit more room for a socket. But they're half in. Oh, 916. Oh yeah. Okay. So some of you are not familiar, this is a hog ring. I couldn't tell you exactly where it got its name. I just know it's called a hog ring and it's used for upholstery. And what you do is you put it in these special piles and you can actually go this way. And you just squeeze it, and a lot of times you use this on upholstery to cut sharp ends on it right here. And that's supposed to just go through the material and clamp it onto like a pipe. This is old school upholstery. This is not like your stuff you got today. Yes, I think they still use a little bit of this old technology in new stuff. But we're just gonna go through and like right here, we one of these little clamps are rusted off and gone. We put a hog ring on it, a couple hog rings on it to hold it. And then the hog rings that hold the spoons together. I am going to cover this with some different material first, because I've learned this on the Seville. I'm going to cover it with some different material first, so it kind of acts like a buffer, so it doesn't rip the actual seat material. And then I'm going to put a little bit of foam on top of that, because I have sat on this seat, and to be honest, it's not bad. Like, it's not horrible. It's not uncomfortable. I'm really proud. Anyway, but I'm just gonna put just a little bit of seat foam on it to just get a little bit extra cushion. That wasn't the one I was going for, but and surprisingly, none of these are broken. None of the springs are broken. I don't think there's a lot of miles on this truck. I know my grandfather, according to the paperwork and the title I have, he did buy it out of Salt Lake, and he did take a loan out on it, because you had to have proof of insurance or whatever, which, that was the thing back then too. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just gonna, I'm hoping yeah. I'm going through and using the same pliers on these old hog rings that are still good, that are loose. They need to be squeezed down again. They're tight. I probably should just take them off and put new ones on, because like I'm locking on these. Full crap all over. And the hog rings are not that expensive. They're really not. They're not that bad. They can be a little difficult to find sometimes if you're trying to find locally, but thanks to the power of the internet and Amazon, anything's possible. Alright, I'm gonna go through and fix this, and you can be on time on it. Not listen to me jabber. Alright, so we got all the old hog rings off, the old material, got what was left of the old material off, kind of blew them off. Got this all hung up, got that one all ready to go. So, let's throw some paint on this stuff, make it look a little better. Yeah, I know you're not gonna be able to whatever, see it with the material on it, but I don't know what's there. Alright, so good enough. They're not supposed to be show quality or nothing, but it's not like I'm building a show car here. It literally, not gonna be a damn that rod. It's just, I want the interior just a little nicer, but it's not too bad. The only thing that sucked about painting seat frames like this is you go through a lot of paint, because it just takes a lot of paint to go and paint everything. But I know I painted over right. I know that. Do I care? No. I don't care a little bit. At least they look a little better. And when I put the new material on, it won't be all covered in rust and everything. So that was another reason too. And so, yeah. Anyway, I thought I would have time to put the seat covers on it, but no. So we are gonna get back on this old girl sooner or later. Just so everybody remembers, this is a 49 Ford on a 94 Chevy 1-ton dual chassis. It had a 5.3 junkyard LS that I pulled out of a running pickup, and a $700 Ford with a transfer case and driveline. 4-wheel drive delete though. It has a transfer case, but it's 2-wheel drive. It's what I could ground up. It's a budget build, it's a junkyard build. The driveline worked. I didn't have to get a new driveline made. And then we also, yeah, it's a little big for being in here all winter. I took the 94 steering column out of it, put it in. It got S10 Chevy Blazer pedals down there. I'm working on the painless harness. It still had the fuel tank out of the LS pickup. I put it in there and got it all plumbed in. I still got to wire it. But I do need some help. I did lower the front end because remember how it sat up like a fucking semi. I still think I need to lower it just a little bit, but for right now that's how it's gonna be. But I have a question. These wheels or those wheels on the front? The original Dewey wheels or like more of a modern 3/4 ton wheel? Let me know. I'm still in debate. Don't know. I'm kind of going back, thinking that I go back to the Dewey wheel because it'll give it more of the rattier rat rod look. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys watching. Now, I need to bring up something though. 95% of you are watching and not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. Seriously. And you'll get notifications every time I upload a video as long as you hit the notification bell and comment, like, share, help me out. My goal is to at least hit, I know this is going to be a small number compared to everybody else, but I'd like to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. That'd be awesome. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys.